Hey, we've learned that psycho murderers can be nice to their mothers, so it's probably a good time to cover the 4 main types of serial killers, according to what the Crack TNT Research Department found out for me. The first type of serial killer is the visionary type. Now, this is the type who kills because he hears voices or has visions. They claim, God told me to kill all the prostitutes, or Satan told me to kill anybody driving a green Yugo. If you're this type, plead insanity, all right? The second type of serial killer is the mission-oriented type. This is basically the same as the first type, except that there are no voices involved. The killer thinks of it all himself. I'm going to rid society of all people who wear Birkenstocks. They think they're doing the community a big service, and they probably are, now that I think about ridding the society of Birkenstocks. If you're this type, your neighbors will always be quoted as saying, he was such a nice young man. The third type is my personal favorite, the hedonistic type. This is the type who kill because they like it. Like Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs with his fava beans and Chianti. Of course, he's fictitious, but there are real guys like that who we'll cover at the next break. But if you're this type, you have experienced peakerism. If I tell you what peakerism is, my show will probably get canceled, but let's just say that one person's getting very physically happy while the other person's getting very physically dead. All right, I better move on to the fourth type of serial killer, which is the power control-oriented type. This is where Ted Bundy falls in. This type gets his happies from the capture and control of his powerless victim and making them obey his every command. They like to feel important. They're aware of the rules of society, but choose to ignore them. So if you have problems picking up chicks without a crowbar in your hand, probably this type, like Ted Bundy. Of course, that means I can't pick up chicks under any circumstances, so maybe I'm that type. Maybe we should get back to the flick. Go. That's about the only thing I hadn't tried, too. You know what happened if I tried that? The girl would say, you're not really gripping that crowbar correctly. I have a boyfriend who really knows how to use that crowbar. You see, this is freaky times we live in, you know? People are into all kinds of stuff.